Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jorge Cruise, and welcome to the Jorge Cruise podcast. I'm thrilled you're here, guys. It is the 8th of January. It is a Wednesday. Happy hump day, guys. What's going on? I got my Arnold shirt on, one of my favorite shirts. I love Arnold. I met him years ago. Talk about a man who understands exercise and food and, shall we say, medicine. Today, we're going to be talking about medicine on today's show because if you've been following along this entire week, what we're doing is kind of setting up, at least here's what I'm doing, so I might as well tell you. I'm setting up a foundation for this Feel Great All Day challenge I'm starting on February the 3rd, which I would love to invite you if you want to lose belly fat, if you want to increase and double your energy, if you're like me over 50, over 60, over 70, maybe in your 80s, and you want to increase longevity. This is the plan to do it. It is the culmination of my entire career in publishing. You guys know me. I'm an author. I wrote my first book in 2001 called 8 Minutes in the Morning. That book became an international bestseller, 16 languages. My buddy Tony Robbins wrote the introduction. Oprah featured it in her magazine. So grateful to her. She's like amazing. And my life was pretty routine, I'll say, for many decades, where I wrote books, 1 or 2 a year. Got to 39 books 6 years ago, and I took a pause. Then I had a little bit of a midlife crisis and decided that I needed a big pause, and I had to figure out mental mindset shifting and all that. I didn't know it at first, and we talked about that yesterday. But what I want to talk about on today's show is what I would call the second bonus to my Feel Great All Day program. Now, number one, just to recap, is minerals. Understanding how minerals, 3 specifically, can turn off and erase your hunger, right, guys? Those are important. So that's really the essence of what this challenge is about. It's how to introduce that into your life through a simple water add-in that you can make at home for pennies. You can get that recipe in the show notes or zerohungerwater.com. It's not a product, you make it at home. I have all the links to Amazon, so you can order like the magnesium, the potassium, the salt in bulk, and you can make it very inexpensively. You can use stevia, which I love. You can use a little lemon, all sorts of options. We're not talking about that. I've talked about that. I've done that on TV and in magazines for many years now. But what I want to share with you today is if you're going to be joining this challenge or if you're interested in it, there's a second bonus, right? The first bonus was what we talked about yesterday, the mindset. Today, we're going to talk about medicine. Now, I'm going to take medicine to what it was originally termed years ago. It really was the first medicine. What Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine. Now, for me, I never knew food was medicine. I always thought it was like carbs, protein, fats, right? And macronutrients. But medicine? So we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about how exercise is the most underutilized form of antidepressant. Right, Arnold? Oh, there he is. Say yes, Arnold. Right? And it is. It's the most underutilized form of antidepressant. I do it every morning early. I'm up early. I'm at the gym. And I can tell you I need an hour or two. And it's critical. We're also going to talk about how sleep is medicine. You need that for your hormones. And then if you're getting your sleep and you're over 50, like me, over 35, even some as early as 35, 34, when your hormones start to shift, male and female, we're going to be talking, not specifically today, I think I'm going to save a show for that, but how hormone replacement could be an option for you. And that's important. And, you know, once in a while, we'll talk about GLP-1 drugs. I want to save that for maybe this summer, because right now, I just want to give you guys tools that you can utilize. And really, as much as I'm not opposed to GLP-1 drugs at all, I want you to understand the Feel Great All Day program. And it's really based not just in hunger control, but in 3 simple minerals with 2 bonuses, right? And so today, let's get to that second bonus that I want to talk about, which is medicine. So think about it. Thousands of years ago, Hippocrates said, let food be thy medicine. And so long story short, fast forward to today, based on my research, my podcasting for 5 years now, 39 books I've written on nutrition and fitness and all that. I can tell you the number one macronutrient that you need to embrace if you want to turn off hunger, guys, is protein. Straight up protein and healthy fats that are not seed oils, healthy fats like avocado oil or avocado, olive oil. Those are the oils that are the best. You want to avoid seed oils such as soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, I'll get all into it as we do more and more podcasts, but you want to avoid those hydrogenated oils because those are not really oils and they can cause inflammation in your body. And yeah, they may turn off hunger, but at what expense? At you aging, breaking down your tissues, breaking down your organs. You don't want that. So it's protein and fats. Those are the two that turn off hunger the best. Carbs do not do that well. Now, you could eat a bunch of carrots and celery sticks like a rabbit and try to stuff yourself on fiber. I even wrote a book called Tiny and Full many years ago about that. But long story short, it's not my preferred way. It can work, and definitely you want to have some roughage. You want a little fiber, right? But it's not going to hold off your hunger long term. It's not the best hunger control strategy. It's a great strategy for fiber and a great strategy to use the bathroom and go to the bathroom. But I would say carbs are our least favorite. And unfortunately, if we want to lose belly fat, improve energy, improve longevity, we have to somehow cut down the carbs and sugar and increase the protein and healthy fats. That's what the food, let food be thy medicine is. And so for me, what I want to share with you is I want to challenge you to get 1 gram of protein for your total weight, starting as soon as you can. Because when we start the challenge on February the 3rd, this is going to be part of you'll get a client packet. And this packet is kind of a preview of my new book coming out called Feel Great All Day. You'll have food lists, shopping lists, you'll have all that. But just get some protein in your life starting today, whether it's chicken, whether it's a ribeye, whether it's burgers, whether it's tacos with chicken meat, pork, whatever it is you want. Get some good protein in your life. It could be shakes. I prefer animal-based protein because it's more satiating and it has more of the essential amino acids. You can do plant-based, but you just have to get more in your diet because it's less bioavailable. So just be aware of that, but you can do it. You can be a vegan on this program, no problems at all. You can be any age. And this protein requirement of 1 gram per body weight in pounds, you can convert that if you're in Europe and other places, but is something most of my clients can never do. And so right now, maybe don't even do that. Just track how much you do eat. How much protein are you getting? Do you start your day with protein? Do you end it with protein? How many hours do you eat? Do you do time-restricted eating called intermittent fasting? That's not a critical component to this program because what you're going to discover if you can let food be your medicine, it's also going to help you turn off hunger. Not just the zero hunger water, the 3 minerals, but it's going to help you turn off hunger. If you just eat sugar and carbs, you're going to be hungry all the time. It actually feeds your hunger, which is kind of crazy. So limit your carbs. I wrote a book once, you should check it out, called The 100, or The Belly Fat Cure, that limits carbs and sugars. And that's a great place to start. If you want to get a book now, I'll put it in the show notes. But check out those 2 books out, The 100 and The Belly Fat Cure series. That was a great book series, five book series. So long story short, guys, that's important. Now let's talk about exercise for a minute in honor of Arnold. Say, hola, Arnold. There he is. He's on my chest here. It's Arnold Classic Day here. For me, strength training is everything. The organ of longevity is lean muscle, guys. Lean muscle. You want muscles. Now, I'm 53, and I can tell you I've been strength training since, 1992, I think. It was the first time I went to a gym, shocked and scared in college. I'm like, I'm not a jock. I don't play sports. I have asthma. I'm overweight. I'm skinny fat. I don't want to work out. And it took me years to get comfortable and to do free weight exercise, not machines. Now, if you have to, you do machines. But if you don't have to, free weights are far superior than machines because they allow your body to bring in stabilizing muscles. So if you're working your arms, but you're doing with dumbbells, you're going to stabilize your shoulders, your core. You utilize more muscle, which is better for you. And remember, the workout is the only way you're going to keep your muscles young. You can eat all that protein, but if you don't lift, you're not going to have that strength. And you want to have strength on your muscles so your bones stay strong. And these metabolism muscles, whatever you want to call them, they keep you young because they let you do things in life. You should be able to get up and down out of a chair easily. You want a plan like that. And whether it's 8 minutes in the morning, you can check that workout book. It's a great one. It's my favorite one of all time. It's the one I give to all my celebrity clients when I start working with them. 8 minutes in the morning, they all have time for 8 minutes. Not one celebrity has ever said, I don't have 8 minutes. So if a celebrity can do it, you can do it too. We can all do it, guys. Check that book out. I'll put it in the show notes, but it's a great plan to start. You may want to get it. I'm going to have a lot of other options for us when we do our challenge. And if you want to sign up for that free 19-day challenge, it starts February the 3rd. It's a Monday, the first Monday in February. And I can tell you can do it for free just by going to feelgreatalldday.com or go to my website, where this podcast is hosted at jorgecruise.com to sign up, fill out a form. I'll be selecting the 100 people via email at the end of the month. So I hope you'll join me, guys, because this can really transform your life, and it's comprehensive. Now, let's talk about sleep, because that's another form of medicine that we don't talk about. A lot of people are like, sleep. I'll have a glass of wine, I'll go to bed. Well, I had to give up wine a long time ago because I was over drinking, if you know what I mean. And I was also at times overutilizing certain edibles, shall we say, that a lot of us can get anywhere. New York has them now, California's had them. And whether you're using something like that, like a cannabis or alcohol, I can tell you they destroy REM sleep. Listen to me on this. If you like a glass of wine at night and you do it near bedtime, or you like a little cannabis, whatever, joints, an edible, and you do that near bedtime, yeah, you'll be passed out in your bed. Great. You think you're sleeping, you'll wake up tired. Because without rapid eye movement, REM sleep, and it sounds weird, the science has shown that your body doesn't regenerate properly, and you need that. That's why we sleep. And so if you're ever going to do those compounds, I'll even call wine a compound, like alcohol, you need to do it early in the day. Have rosé in the day. Don't do it at night, and don't do it as a strategy to sleep. We'll talk about sleep on this planet and how you can get yourself to sleep without those sedatives, because they're sedatives. But then you wake up feeling hungover or stoned, and you're like, and you don't want to feel the next day, because then you don't feel great all day. You don't feel great till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not a good strategy to start your day. You're not going to go to the gym in the morning if you are not feeling your best and you were sedated the night before by whatever you had. So we're going to be talking about that on this challenge specifically. So my challenge to you right now, guys, if all this sounds good, we're going to also be talking about hormone replacement on the actual program. Go sign up, guys, and tell 3 of your friends to join us. I want to have more than 100 people, but I'm only allowed 100. And you can upload your before pictures. You can tell me your story. Just communicate with me. Tell me why I need to pick you, and share from the heart, because for me, I struggled with my health from day one. Since I was a little kid, I ate to numb pain in my life as a little kid. Didn't know it until I was way as an adult. And I can tell you today, I get that. And I can tell you as a coach for millions of people through my books for the last 20 plus years, I've been privileged to this insight. And I want to share it with you. And I would love for you to work with me directly for free. This usually costs a couple $1,000s. If you're a celebrity client, I charge. But this is something I want to do. It's going to be on Zoom, so you can be anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter if you're in California like me or wherever you are. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be speaking Spanish, but we're going to be dubbing a lot of stuff into I can't even say it. I was going to say into Spanish, into español. Still can't say it. Si hablas español, vamos a tener un español también. We're going to dub it over, but I'm not going to do it twice. I do speak Spanish, but a lot of you don't, and English is somewhat universal. So, but please know how much this would mean to me to have your participation in this challenge, and check it out. If you're the kind of person that's lost hope and says, I cannot do this, Jorge. I'm only going to use GLP-1 and I'm waiting for my insurance to cover it. Don't wait. You don't need that. Although if you're using it, good for you. I know it's expensive. Not everyone can afford about $1,000 some every month for 4 injections, but that's what it is. And we're going to talk about GLP-1 drugs as well as a form of medicine, because there are certain clients I'm working with right now that have a high set weight point. And I can tell you certain people, and Oprah Winfrey is a public person that all of us know that have had this concern, and it takes something like a GLP-1 drug to help certain people get that ability. And so the great thing is this whole program works holistically if you're on a GLP-1, and it works with people that aren't even on it. It works for everyone. So I want it to be universal, and I want it to be something that you can benefit from this year. So again, we're starting February the 3rd. Sign up right now. Go to feelgreatalldday.com, and I will see you soon.